admire what he's done.
Another massive reset tonight for the tumultuous Trump administration. After only days on the job, White House Communications Director Anthony Scaramucci is out. The very same day John Kelly was sworn in as the president's new chief of staff. And joining me now is Principal at Navigator Amanda Galbraith. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
So it broke this afternoon, mid-afternoon, and your response on Twitter was, wow,
yeah,
all capitalized.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, it was, I mean, it's incredible. I think anybody who watches politics, who's worked in modern politics, is shocked at this level of turmoil. I mean, I was shocked at his appointment in the first place, but I guess it's a good sign they've booted him. But I mean, the signal that sends to the media, that sends to the public, that sends to other governments about the disorganization it's incredible. It's crazy.
So he had a vulgar tirade last week, right?
Yeah.
Where and I just felt for the poor American journalists who were trying to explain what he said because they couldn't without saying
or how
it, right?
parents trying to explain to their kids about what he said, right?
What that means and how you can possibly do it. But was this the reason? Were these some of the factors of his departure today?
There's been some one leak that came out from like one faction of the White House that said that he was actually put in place to hasten the departure of both the chief of staff and Sean Spicer, so to sort of be an irritant. And once he did that, he accomplished that. He's within 10 days, so clearly he was effective at one thing. They got rid of him. I'm not quite sure if that's the case. I think Trump really appointed someone in his own image, but having two people at that megaphone, probably stepping on Trump's own message, wasn't something that he would like or enjoy. Obviously not. He's
and
gone.
Maybe taking the spotlight from Trump because he was a New Yorker. He was very outspoken, as we saw. Yeah,
and I mean that interview that you referenced, the very vulgar interview, is just, I mean, it's comms 101. You set the terms of the interview you're doing, and the fact that a White House communications director didn't even know how to set the terms of an interview, it just shows how much of a rookie he was and how he'd be error after error after error. So.
Well, let's talk about the turmoil because there have been so many departures from Trump, from Trump's administration now. How does he present himself on the? I mean, there's already a circus around him on the world stage, but how can other governments around the world take him seriously when there's this much turmoil in the administration? How do you get anything done with that administration?
No, my understanding from talking to kind of friends at federal level of government is they're really working around the White House at this point. I mean, there's some ins to people there, but they're working with the governors, they're working with the Republican establishment, they're working with the Democratic opposition to sort of get the message through and work within Washington. Because Washington is functioning, there's still people working there. But yeah, the top of the White House, I mean, who knows which way the wind blows? You better hope he doesn't have his phone out and he's tweeting.
Yeah,
I mean,
no
it's bonkers.
So John Kelly was sworn in today. He's a general.
Yeah.
And many say that it was Kelly that wanted Scaramucci out. So do you think this is a signal of stability within the administration with Kelly's appointment?
I think it is a strong signal that on the first day that the new chief of staff is there, he gives the boot to the communications director, knowing it's going to be that big of a deal. So I think it shows that the president, he has some of the president's confidence. He has the president's confidence to execute. How long that lasts, we'll see, but I say it's a better sign of some stability than not, because it was an error to appoint him in the first place. So to fix it on your day one and making it a condition of your employment was smart.
Kelly's a general. He's used to issuing orders and issuing commands. Is he going to be able to issue orders and commands to his commander-in-chief?
I doubt it. I mean, I think I honestly doubt it. I mean, even his daughter today, like the rollout of the anti-LGBTQ, like the anti-trans tweet, like that Ivanka was against others, saying that she doesn't have a lot of influence. So I think Trump's going to be Trump no matter what. So it's whether or not you can organize the people underneath him to be as effective as possible with someone that disorganized as your commander-in-chief.
All right. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it.